Hello all, very good morning. In today's class, we'll discuss the theories of nursing management. So we are discussing Unit 1 management. In that we have seen different types of management, different types of concepts of management, nature of management and everything. And today we will see the theories of nursing management. See, coming to the theories of nursing management, as I have said in the previous classes also, see here when you come to any kind of concept or any kind of theory, these are the theories or concepts which were given by different types of people. People who are working in different backgrounds, people who are working in different sectors and different sections, they come together and they give us theories in their point of view. See, if you see here, even the theories of nursing management, the concept of management, it has been attracting the attention of psychologists, sociologists, anthropologists, mathematician, political persons, and every other kind of person. As you can see here, everybody are interested in the concept of management, and people who are coming from these backgrounds, they have contributed in giving the theories. So we'll see actually what are these theories and what concept they give us. So here, theory is a set of interrelated concepts. What it is? It is a set of interrelated concepts, and it is also having statements, it is having proportions, definitions. They have been derived from philosophical beliefs of scientific data. So these are these are mainly derived from what philosophical beliefs of scientific data, and from which the questions or hypothesis can be deducted. What is this questions or hypothesis means? How it is being done, and in which way it is being done? What is the application? What is the application of theory? What do you mean by hypothesis? Means nothing but the state of a object or the state of a particular question before it is being addressed and after it is being addressed by a theory. That is what hypothesis means. What the person is capable of before doing the project, what the person is capable of after doing the project. Simply, in other words, you can say it as hypothesis. It explains as what is the situation in the point A, and also it explains as what will be the situation in point B. So this is what the hypothesis means. They can be tested and they can be verified. So here, if I'm using this mobile, how my life will be. If I'm not using this mobile, how my life will be. So this is what hypothesis. Hypothesis 1 will be the thing when I was not using my mobile. Hypothesis 2 will be the thing when I was started to use my mobile. Hope you're understanding what is hypothesis means. Nothing but it explains the difference between a point A, and it explains the difference between point B after you are giving the intervention, after you are giving what the intervention. So theory is a what? It is a set of interrelated concepts, statements, propositions, definitions that has been derived from philosophical beliefs of scientific data, from which questions or hypotheses can be deducted, they can be tested, and they can be verified. So if you see here, there are different kinds of statements, there are different types of theories based on management. So they have come in 19th century and they have come in the early 20th centuries. So if you see here, there are, as we are saying, there are different sets of theories. There are different sets of theories. We have classified these theories. Coming to especially the nursing, they have classified the nursing theories. So how they have classified this nursing theory means based on the field of vision. That means in which way these theories are explaining about, in which way these theories are maintained or contained about. So here nursing theories, they are classified into meta theory, grand theory, middle theory, practice theory. What are these theories? Practice theories, middle range theories, grand theories, and meta theories. So we'll see one by one what is this meta theory. So here when you come to the meta theory, it is focusing on the major issues, the issues which were related to the philosophy, and it is also focusing on the methods of generating knowledge and developing the theory. What is meta theory? It is focusing on the major issues, the issues which were related to philosophy, and also it is focusing more and more on the knowledge as well as development of theory. Coming to the grand theory, the name itself is saying grand. That means these theories have broad concept. These theories can be called as macro theories. What they can be called as? What they can be called as macro theories, and they focus on broad concepts. They focus on what? Broad concepts, and they are applied to a general area within the particular discipline. Yeah, here these grand theories, they can be applied to general area, but they have some particular discipline, so there will be some borderline for this grand theory. Coming to the middle range theories, coming to what? The middle range theories. So they lie between the nursing models and practice theories. What are these theories? They lie between the nursing models and practice theories. Coming to the practice theories, what are these practice theories? Mean they are the micro theories, and they are more specific than middle range theories. They are more specific than what? Middle range theories. So here practice theories can be said as small theories, middle range can be said as like intermediate theory, and grand theories are macro theories. Coming to the meta theory, they are focusing on major problem solving issues, mainly development of theory or generating the knowledge of the theory. This is what the types of theories classified as. How many types are there? Meta theory, grand theory, middle theory, and practice theories. So here, when you come to the nursing point of view, there are certain theories, means basic theories, which explain the management of nursing. So here, based on that, we have taken like 4 theories. First one is classical theory, neoclassical theory, behavioral science theory, and modern theory. How many theories we have? Classical theory, neoclassical theory, behavioral science theory, and modern theory. So first of all, we'll discuss what is a classical theory. So the term, if you see the term classical, it means something traditionally accepted or long established. We have simply, we can see in our point of view, whenever we hear the word classic, we say that we think that it is a old one. We think that it is a old one. That's what here he is also saying. The term classical means something traditionally accepted or long established, which has been there from long time ago, which has been there from the long time ago. So here, since it is a classical theory, it doesn't mean that they are static. It doesn't mean that they are pertaining to a certain period of time only. No, it is not like that. So even till date also, we are using some of the classical point of view in our day-to-day life. So these points, these elements of this classical theory are still with us, and we are using them. We'll see what type of things. So it doesn't mean that classical views are static and time bound, that must be dispensed with. That's what, whenever we hear the word classical, we say that it is a old school, and we do not bother about those old things. We say we are modern, and we will follow the modern techniques only. But when you come to the classical theory, in case of nursing management, still these classical theory points which they have stated long back ago, they are still with us, and we are following them. We'll see what are those theories, what are those points one by one. So here, the features of classical theory. So what are the features of classical theory? Means first one is interrelated function. What it is? Interrelated function. So here, what are these interrelated functions? First of all, if you want to do any kind of problem solving technique, first of all, you need to understand the problem, then you have to plan accordingly, you have to organize it accordingly, then you must have staffing, you must have directing, and also you must have controlling. So here, management consists of several interrelated and interdependent functions. What are these interrelated or interdependent functions? These are nothing but, what are these? These are nothing but they are planning, organizing, directing, as you can see, staffing, and controlling. What are these? Planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. So here, they are exercised in a sequential form. So can you do controlling without any kind of planning? Can you do directing without any kind of staffing? No, you cannot do. Always these are in a sequence. First of all, you have to go with planning, then only you have to go with organizing, then staffing, directing, and controlling. So here, this is repeated over and over again to bring the systemic order out of the chaos. That is what you want to do as problem solving technique, or you want to do anything which is successfully, which has to be completed successfully, you have to go with this planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. What are these planning, organizing, staffing, and directing, controlling? Means nothing but they are interrelated functions. What are they? They are interrelated functions and they are based on each other. They are based on each other. One is dependent on other is dependent on other. They are always done in a sequential form. They are always done in what? Sequential form. Next one is guiding principle. So what are these guiding principles? So here, if you want to increase the knowledge, if you want to increase the knowledge, there are certain principles which were acquired based on the practical experience, which were acquired on the based on what? Practical experience. See, you take a child and you make him to study, you make him to do something which is not liked by him. That fellow, will he do? No, he won't do. He will say that I won't do it, because he is not interested in doing so. But this person which is interested in other thing is harmful to that particular child. Still, if you say him that that is harmful to you, don't go near that thing, also he won't listen. Since he knows that he is liking that, he is going and touching that particular thing. Whenever he touch that, if he get any kind of unpleasant thing, if he get any kind of unpleasant experience, will he go there again? No, he won't go there again. That is what the guiding principles are. So here, in order to increase our knowledge, in order to increase our ability, our personal experiences, our practical experiences, they help a lot. You follow some kind of techniques to solve a problem. At the same time, you use different types of techniques. So whenever you're adapting a proper technique to solve any kind of a problem, what will happen? Sometimes it might work, sometimes it might not work. How can you know that the particular problem solving technique which you are using to solve any kind of issue is useful or not useful? Means simply based on what? Your past experience. So previously you have used such kind of a technique. So when you have used such a technique, you have encountered so many what we call challenges, and also you got a better result compared to other types of techniques which you have used previously. So how you are getting the experience? Based through your practice, you are using them, and these practical experiences helping you to increase your knowledge. That is what the guiding principles are. What is that? That is what the guiding principles are. Next one is bureaucratic structure. What is this bureaucratic structure means? So here, so to get the maximum efficiency, to see what the maximum efficiency, this theory is specified that the work must be logically divided into simple, routine and repetitive tasks. So what this bureaucratic structure is saying means, it is saying always the work must be logically differentiated. The work must be what? Logically differentiated, or it can be divided. See, I'm going to give a classic example for this. What I'm saying is, here you think these are some of sticks, these are some of the sticks which I have given you to broke them. So these were like 100 in number, and I'm asking you to break it. What I'm doing, I'm asking you to break it. So these 100 sticks, can I break them at a time? No, I cannot break them at a time. How I can break them means, when I divide them into smaller groups. So since I cannot break these 100 sticks at a time, what I'm doing, I am dividing it into smaller groups like 30 or 20 sticks together. Simply I can rip them off. That is what the bureaucratic structure is saying. Don't take huge amount of work at a time. Do not take huge amount of work at a time. Instead, what you have to do, you have to divide the work into simple, rotative and repetitive and routine tasks. So when they are divided logically, so here there are, when you come to any kind of institution or any kind of organization, see, you suppose if you are working in a hospital, there the food delivery system is different, the nursing system is different, the housekeeping system is different, the transport system is different. What will happen if I bring out the housekeeping department into the transport department together? If same work, if same person is doing the same work, means he is cleaning as well as he is making the patient to go out of the ward and come into the ward, means transport system, will it work successfully? Will the person Will the person will do his work successfully? No, he cannot do his work successfully. In such cases you have to bring what? The bureaucratic structure. That's what we are dividing the work into different sections based on their uh, talent, based on their task, based on their interest. We are dividing them. See here, these tasks should be grouped according to similar work characteristics and arranged in the form of departments. So what is this department? As we are discussing, as I said, food and beverages, it deals with food. It deals with what? Food and distributing the food. Transport department, it deals with what? Carrying the patient from point A to point B. Nursing department, it deals with what? Only the patient care. It deals with what? The patient care, the medical care of the patient. And nutritional department, it deals with the nutritional aspects of the patient. And medical department, it deals with the treatment part of the patient. Surgical department, it deals with the treatment as well as the surgical part of the patient. OT theater department, it deals with the theatrical part, and we are assigning them in the form of what? Department. So here, the work which is assigned to the individuals, it is always based on the job demands and the individual ability to do the job. That is what coordination, or right person coming and fitting in the right position. I have to see the ability of the person, whether he can do the job or not, as a manager, as a top level management, or as a mid level management, or as a low level manager. If he is able to do the job, then only you have to assign the job. Next one, the organization has what? Here, when you come to the bureaucratic structure, any organization, it has complex mechanisms, rules, regulations, and procedures. So here, whenever you are assigning them the work, they should be always with the rules and regulation. They should always follow the procedures, and they should always follow the mechanisms. Here, the whole structure, this take a shape of what? Pyramid. They take a shape of what? Pyramid. So here, as the organization is growing on, ultimately the operation also will grow in size. So small organizations, they will be having smaller structure, bureaucratic structure. Large organizations, large bureaucratic structure. So here, if you can see the figure. So what is this bureaucratic structure? We have seen levels of management. The same thing will come under this bureaucratic structure. See the figure here. So this is what the bureaucratic structure is. What it is having? The top management, the middle management, and supervisory management. This is the bureaucratic structure, the pyramid structure of classical theory. So here, the work is divided logically or not? The work is divided logically. So here, instead of keeping everything on a single person, we have classified into three types. We have classified them: top management, middle management, supervisory management. As we have seen the levels of management, top management will be having about 80% of intellectual skills. They are having about 80% of intellectual skills. These middle persons will be having 50% of intellectual skills and 20% of intellectual skills. So here, human skills 50%, human skills 20%, human skills 20, like we can simply say like 40%, and technical skills remaining, we'll say like 60% of technical skills or 80% of technical skills. That is what the supervisory management or middle management or top management, we have categorized them into departments. That's what the bureaucracy is saying here. What is this bureaucratic structure is saying? This structure is saying, see here, when you come to the bureaucratic structure, what this structure is saying, these are logically divided into simple, routine, and repetitive tasks, and they should be grouped according to similar work characteristics, arranged in the form of departments. They are arranged in the form of what? Department. That is what the bureaucratic structure means. Now we'll see rewards and punishment nexus. So what are these rewards and punishment nexus means? See here, whenever you are doing good job, whenever doing your job perfectly, whenever you are obtaining your job or doing your job in an exact manner, you will yield what? Great result. So when you yield great result, automatically the company or the management will give you rewards. That is what the reward and punishment nexus means. See here, follow the rules, obey the orders, show the results, and get the rewards. That is what these theories are saying. You follow each and every rule, you obey the orders of the higher authority, show them the results. Whenever you are showing them the good results, you will get what? Reward. See, if you are lagging, if you are behind the race, if you are not following the rules and regulations, ultimately you will become the second class citizen. Ultimately you will become what? Second class person, and you are not receiving any kinds of benefit. See, in an organization, if a company person, if a person, if he is not obeying the rules, if he is not following the work properly, will they continue him to do the work? Even though they are continuing him to do the work, will they give them any kind of extra kind of benefits? No, they won't give them any kind of extra benefits. But you say a person who is working faithfully towards the institution, who is following all the rules and regulations, who is following the orders day by day, time by time, and giving them better results, they will get what? Rewards. What are those rewards? Promotion, it can be salary hike, it can be any kind of remuneration, it can be in the form of gift, it can be in the form of a vacation. So like that it will be. So whenever you are following the rules and regulations, whenever you are going in a good manner, yielding the better results to the company, you will get what? Rewards. If you are not doing well, you will get what? The punishment. So here great emphasis is put on efficient use of resources while producing results. How can you bring out better results? Means when you are using the resources, the available resources which are within you in an efficient manner, ultimately you will get what? The better result. We'll see the classical theory parts. So if you see the classical theory parts, means the parts of classical theory, we have bureaucracy, you have scientific management, and you have what? Administrative theory. So as we have seen the bureaucracy, till now we have studied what is bureaucracy. What is this bureaucracy? Bureaucracy means nothing but you are dividing the work into different types of groups which were logically divided. They are having proper evidence, they are having proper rules and regulations, they are having proper specific path in the particular thing. That is what the bureaucracy means. You are logically dividing into small and routine and repetitive task forms. That is what, whenever you are using them, they can be used very easily. So this is what the classical theory, as you can see here. So here firstly we'll see what is this bureaucracy. So classical organization, this was mainly developed by F.W. Tyler. Who developed this bureaucracy? The classical theory means it is developed by whom? F.W. Tyler. So the word bureaucracy, it implies an organization characterized by rules, procedures, impersonal relations, and elaborate fairly the rigid hierarchy of authority, responsibility, and relationships. So, as you can see here, the structure of bureaucracy. What is the structure of bureaucracy? It is having the authority which is divided into different types of groups. It is having the authority which is divided into what? Different types of groups. It has the top level management, it has the mid level management, and also at the same time it is having the supervisory management. So that is what, even in the classical theory also, F.W. Tyler is saying us. It is characterized by what? Rules, procedures, impersonal relations, and elaborate and fairly rigid the hierarchy of authority. What is the hierarchy of authority? Who is dealing with the whom? What is the top level management? What is the middle level management? What is the supervisory or lower level management? So here persons with proper qualification, they are selected so that the work can be done more efficiently. So here nothing but you are qualified and you are technically qualified, you have the capacity to deal the particular problem, means you are brought into the job. That is what the classical theory is saying. That is what the word bureaucracy is saying. Based on your qualification, based on your talent and ability to do the work or solve a problem, you are brought into the organization. So here we'll see what are the main elements of bureaucracy. We'll see what are the main elements of bureaucracy. So here, what do you mean by hierarchy? Hierarchy means nothing but it is a way of giving the designated positions. It is a way of giving the ranking for various positions. That is what here hierarchy is a way of ranking various positions in descending order from top to bottom of an organization. So we are not going from bottom to top, but we are going coming from top to bottom. So here ultimately no office is left uncontrolled in the organization. See, you have an institution, if it has to be run successfully, you need what hierarchy. So if not, every person will do authority, every person will command each and every person. That should not happen in a successful institution. So whenever the work is not divided properly, everybody will try to take the command, everybody will try to take the authority of the institution or organization, which will never ever work, that's what you have to go with the hierarchy. So here what is the hierarchy means nothing but what is the top level management, what is the low level management, what is the middle level management. Top level management orders to the middle level management orders to the lower level management will orders to the supervisors or subordinates will order to the down persons who are working there. That is what the hierarchy is meant by, nothing but the ranking of various positions. What is the ultimate goal means starting from the top to the end, no office or no working area in an institution must be left uncontrollably. No office in the institution or organization is left uncontrollably. Next one is division of work. So what do you mean by division of work here? The division of work means nothing but you are dividing the work into simple, routine and well defined tasks. What is the simple and routine and well defined tasks means nothing but here, if a person is set to do any job, he is confined to that particular work area only, he is not brought into any other work area. For example, if your job is attending the calls, you will attend only the calls, you won't do any kind of other office type of work. If your job is only typing, you are requested to do typing only but not to do any kind of other job. If your job is to treat the patient, you have to go to the patient and treat the patient, that's it, you are not doing any other task. If you are working in a laboratory, you have to work in laboratory but you should not come outside and do job in the ward. That is what the division of work here, based on your qualification, based on the need, based on your talent and ability, we have divided the work and your work is made easy. Your daily job is to come to the ward, take care of the patient, take care of the other instruments, take care of the other patients who are there which were assigned to you, give them the medication, follow the doctor's orders, follow the nursing orders and send the patient outside. That is what your work is. You have to if you want to communicate, you have to communicate with the other health team members so that the work is done. So here each person's job is broken down into simple and routine and well defined tasks, and each employee knows the boundaries. What do you mean by boundaries? See here, you take our college as an institution, and in our college what is the division of work here? See, my job is to complete this management subject for you. So what is my boundary here? Coming to your class in a definite period of time which was assigned to me, and I have to complete that syllabus in the assigned time which is allotted to me. And should I touch any other subject, or shall I have to teach you only this management? I have to teach you this only management. I should not touch any other subject. Why? Because that is not within my boundary. It was assigned to some other person. So some other person will come and take that particular subject. That is what the employee knows boundaries means nothing but. And my job, see, simple one day or half day leave. As a coordinator, as a class coordinator, I can give you leave, but when it comes to 5 days or 10 days or long leave, can I give? No, I cannot give. My boundary is letting you like for half day or one day, that's it. If it is beyond that, beyond my boundary, I have to send you to the principal ma'am office. That is what the division of work is. You got me? Likewise, I have to know my boundaries and I have to do only my job, but I should not keep my finger in other person's job. Next one is rules, regulations and procedures. What are these rules, regulations, procedures means here? The behavior of the employees. The behavior of the employees, it is mainly regulated through this set of rules. It is regulated through what? Set of rules, and employees are expected to follow these rules strictly. What are these rules and regulations and procedures? See here, in this institution, if they want to control the employee, they are following certain types of rules and regulations. They are following certain types of what? Rules and regulations. So whenever they are following, see, before 9 we have to come to the college, before 5 minutes we have to leave the classroom, before 5 minutes we have to enter the classroom. Those are the rules and regulations. We should not keep any kind of unnecessary discussions in the classroom. We should come to your class, we should take the class, and we should leave within time. That is what the rules and regulations of this institution are. You should not bring your mobile phones to the classroom. That is one rules and that is one type of rule. You should come in uniform. That is rule and regulation. Whenever you are breaking these rules and regulations, you will have what? Punishment. If you want to run this institution successfully, you should follow rules, regulations, as well as procedures. See, if you want to leave from this institution, if you want to get any kind of permission, there is a procedure. Inform your class coordinator, write a letter to your class coordinator. The coordinator will sign and he will forward the letter to the HOD. From HOD, she notices what is the real concern, and if she is satisfied, she will forward it to the principal, ma'am. Sorry, vice principal. From vice principal, it will be forwarded to the principal. From principal, you can get the leave. That is the procedure of getting a leave in an institution when it is coming to our college. Likewise, in any kind of institution, if you want to do any kind of procedure, there are some certain types of rules and regulations or procedures when you want to complete a task. That is what the bureaucracy is meant for. We'll see the next point, which is records. So what are these records? Means nothing but you have to keep everything in recorded. You have to keep what? Everything in recorded. You have to maintain the files. So whatever the decisions and activities of the organization are going day to day, they are kept well preserved. So when there is a need is coming, you can take them out and you can use them in your future. Next one is impersonal relations. Next one is what? Impersonal relations. So here, what is this impersonal relations? Means everything should process according to the rules. Everything should be processed according to the what? Rules. And there is no room for personal involvement. You should not bring out your personal thoughts and regulations. You should always follow the rules and regulations of the institution. You should not bring out your own rules and regulations. You should not bring your own logical thinking. No, we have formulated some rules. If you want to do particular thing, you have to follow the rules, you have to follow the procedure, then only you have to do the job. So there is no room for what? Personal involvement, emotions and sentiments. See, you are working in a hospital. If it is your father who has been admitted, or if it is any kind of your family member who is admitted in the hospital, you will do the job in a different manner, because your emotions are coming out there, your sentiments are coming out there. If it is any kind of unknown person, you will do the procedure in a simple manner. Correct or not? That is what the impersonal relationship means. No personal involvement in the organization. You have to work systematically, mechanically. So no room for emotions, no room for personal involvement, no room for sentiment. So if an employee is coming late, no matter whether he is the highest person or the lowest person, whether he is a manager or a peon, rule is rule and rule is same for all. That is what the impersonal relationships means. Nothing but, if I am coming late as a class coordinator, I have to take the punishment. If you are coming late as a student, you also have to take the punishment. If I am coming late as a manager, I have to take the punishment. If you are coming as a worker late, also you have to take the management punishment. That is what the impersonal relationship is. Next one is administrative class. What is this administrative class means? See here, bureaucracies generally have administrative class responsible for coordinating. What is this administrative class? Top level management, mid level management, and lower level management. So here, when you come to the administrative class, how we are selecting the administrative class persons means, here these officials are selected on the basis of their competence and skills. So based on their skills, based on their qualification, we are selecting them. So here they are paid salary, which increases according to age, experience, and they receive a pension when they retire. That is what the administrative class means. So here, promotion, it is mainly based upon their seniority, and it is also depending upon their achievements, and it is mainly decided by the judgment of senior official. That is what the administrative class is meant. So Hope you guys are understanding. These are some of the important points in bureaucracy. These are what some of the important points in bureaucracy. What are these important points here? If you see the important points of bureaucracy here, so these are some of the important points of bureaucracy. What are these important points of bureaucracy? Hierarchy. That means always each and every position is ranked so that no office in an institution is left uncontrolled. Division of work, we are dividing the work according to their position. Rules and regulations and procedures, keeping the records, impersonal relationships and administrative class. These are what some of the important points in bureaucracy. Now we'll see the advantages of bureaucratic structure. What are these advantages of bureaucratic structure? Means the first one will see what specialization. What is this specialization here? Means nothing but people can specialize in their respective fields and show improved performance. See, in bureaucracy, we are dividing the work into small and simple tasks. They are becoming routine and repetitive. So here, when a person is completely means daily doing the same work for a long period of time, will he get specialized in the work or will he become numb in that work? Ultimately he will become specialized in the work because he is to do that work daily on routine basis, so it will become a habit for him. Any kind of problem which is coming in that particular department, he can tackle that in a small way. Why? Because he was specialized and he's been working in those particular department for several years. Next one is rationality. What is this rationality here? Means here bureaucracy brings rationality to an organization. So here judgments are made according to an objective, and these are generally based upon the criteria. So for every judgment that they are making, they are having what? One reason. And also logical structuring of activities brings out what? About orderly execution of assigned tasks. So what is this logical structuring? Means what? For everything that we are doing, we should have a rational. What is this rational? Suppose you want to do a particular thing, why you are doing that particular thing, you are explaining about that statement. That is what the rationality means. So here the bureaucracy is bringing what? Rationality into an organization. So here, for example, you take a simple nursing care plan. In nursing care plan, what we doing? We are administering the medication. We want to administer the medication. Why you want to administer the medication? What is the rationale for administering the medication? Means here it will reduce what? The fever or the disease in the patient. That is what the rationality. So you are doing a job here, you want to bring out that particular mechanism and apply it into the problem solving technique. So what is the rationale? When you apply that problem solving technique or that problem solving method into this problem, here you are solving the problem. That is what the rationality means. Next one is predictability. What do you mean by predictability? Here means the rules and regulations, training and specialization, structure and other elements of bureaucracy enable to provide predictability and stability of the organization. See, any institution that we are running, we are having what? Rules and regulations. So based on the rules and regulations, can you predict the work or not? So here we are given a job to complete the job in 3 days. So based on the organizational structure you are following, based on the bureaucratic structure you are following, can you predict that the work can be completed within 3 days or it will take more time? You can predict based on your rules and regulations, based on your working times, based on the staff that is available to you. Simply you can predict that so and so task is going to complete by so and so time, and without any kind of difficulties. You can assign a manager for that, you can divide the work into groups, you can assign staff for that, you can control that, you can direct that, you can coordinate that. That is what the predictability is meant by. Next one is democracy. What do you mean by democracy? Means here in bureaucratic organizations, decisions are arrived at and according to an acceptable criteria. So no decision can be taken as we like. We have to follow rules and regulations, and the decisions which were ever made, they should be in an acceptable criteria. So here people are selected based on the merit, and here patronage or favoritism are not given any kind of weightage. So here you see any kind of institution, if democracy is not followed, if I am you take me as a example. See, if I like a student, if I'm giving importance to only that particular student, if I am not taking care of other students, ultimately is it good for the organization? Is it good for your class? Is it good for the student? No. That is what, no patronage or no favoritism. They are not given any kind of weightage. So here the opportunity is to train, to apply and to be selected for a job. So here, if I'm not following the democracy, if I'm following the favoritism or patronagism, or if I'm taking some kind of bribe from the employee, which who is coming, who wants to come into the organization, here the person is not essential, or he is not having that effect, he is not having that efficiency to do the job. Still, since he is paying to me, I was doing some kind of favoritism to him. Since I know him, I want to bring him into the organization. So that is what the democracy is meant by. So here they are not given any kind of weightage or importance, patronage or favoritism, or taking bribe and bringing them. No, no, it's not like that. Democracy means each and every person, each and every citizen is having equal opportunity. People who are talented, people who are well qualified, people who are having significant qualification, these are the people who are brought into the organization. So here the job opportunities to train, apply and to be selected for a job, and it is open to every citizen, a significant degree of democracy is achieved. That is what the democracy is meant by. So we'll see what are the disadvantages of this bureaucratic structure. So if you come to the disadvantages, we have rigidity. So here, when you come to the critics, they say that bureaucracy is rigid and static and inflexible. That means the rules and regulations that are there in institutions, sometimes every time these rules and regulations won't work. Sometimes you have to cross the boundary when it is needed. But due to the bureaucratic structure, the strict adherence to the rules, they produce what? Timidity, conservatism, and also the technique. So here, they will say we have to do according to the rule only. If we have to do according to the rule only, and in some point of view, in some cases, they will show the rules and regulations, and they will simply avoid the job instead of completing it within 1 hour or half an hour. Since they say that we have particular rules and regulations to follow, they will shrink away their responsibility. They will say us to follow, even though following those rules is unnecessary. That is what the rigidity means. So this is one of the disadvantage in bureaucratic structure. So here, people, they can do, means simple rule and regulation will be there. If you keep aside, the work can be done, but still they follow what? The rules and regulations. Whenever they are following, it is sometimes good, it is sometimes bad. That is what. See, have you seen any kind of movies? If you see this Munna by MBBS, or in Telugu we have like Shankar the MBBS. So here in that movie, they take a patient to the hospital. So first of all, when you are taking the patient to the hospital, if they are following a bureaucratic structure, according to them, we have to fill the admission form, then only the patient is admitted into the hospital. But really, is it necessary to fill the application form if you want to admit any kind of emergency case? No. Simply, you can keep that rule aside and you can admit the patient, because you have to save the patient life. That is what the rigidity means. So bureaucratic structure, sometimes it has to be flexible, but unfortunately the bureaucratic structure is always rigid. That's what the critics claim, that it is inflexible, it is rigid, and it is static. The next point is what? Impersonality. As we have said, what is this impersonality? There is no room for personal involvement, there is no room for sentiment, or there is no room for emotion. So what it is doing, it is making the things to get done in a mechanical way. So here we are focusing only on the rules and regulations, but we are not focusing on the employee needs or emotions, or the patient needs or emotions. That is what the impersonality means. So this is one of the disadvantage, because there are certain times you have to even see the sentiment. There are certain times you have to follow your heart or your emotion or your personal feelings also. That is what. So bureaucracy is having this other type of what we call disadvantage. Next one is displacement of objective. So here, the special whoever the specially qualified persons are there, since we are dividing the work, they are focusing on their work only. They are not finely means they concentrate on their only finely tuned goals, but they forgot the goal area. What is this sentence is saying means, here my task is to formulate a theory and give it to you. That's it. My task is to complete the class and give it to you. That's it. I want, because that is my objective. This is a bureaucratic structure. So here they are instructing us, you don't bother whether the student is getting or not. Our job is to complete the thing. That's what displacement of my job is, to complete this class and take the salary. That is what my job is here. So I'm not focusing whether this class is being reached to you or not. I'm not bothering whether you guys are understanding it or not. I'm not doing here. So here my goal, I'm tuning my goal and I'm forgetting the area goal. So here reaching the border of objectives of the organization. So here what I'm doing here, specialists may concentrate on their own finely tuned goals and forget their goal area meant for reaching the broader objectives of the organization. What is the broader objective of organization here? Here, each and every student must understand whatever we are teaching in this institution. You should write it in your exam and you should apply it in your area, living time, whenever the time is coming. But since I'm following the bureaucratic structure, my job is to complete the class within the given period of time. So I will complete no matter what you guys are understanding or not understanding. This is what the displacement of objective. I am focusing on my goal. I'm not focusing on the entire organization. What is the organization goal here? They want to send each and every student successfully. That is what the organization goal. But I'm focusing on my goal because I want to complete this chapter and I want to take my money back. That is it. Next one is compartmentalism of activities. What is this compartmentalism of activities mean? So this is one of the disadvantages. Strict categorization of the work. So here people, we are restricting them to work or perform certain types of tasks, even though they are capable of doing that. Since he is not belonging to that particular department, he doesn't belong to that compartment, we are not allowing them to do the job. Next one is red tape. So here bureaucracies are, they are saying like paper mill. So everything is recorded on the paper. Whatever we are doing, it should be recorded in paper. So files move through endless and official channels, resulting in inordinate delay. So here the files, they are moving from one person to another person, another person to another person, another person to another person. Ultimately it is leading to great delay than the expected. So these are some of the disadvantages of what the bureaucracy. Hope you guys have understood. So we were discussing regarding the classic theory. In classic theory, mainly we have three types. What are those three types here? If you see, means bureaucracy, scientific management and administrative theory. Bureaucracy, scientific management and administrative theory. So we have seen the bureaucracy in this class, in classical theory. In next class I'm going to discuss you the scientific management, the administrative theory. Hope you guys are understanding. So we were discussing the theories of management. In theories of management, we have seen different types of theories. It means how they are classified. Meta theories, which deals with the broader concept and major issues. Grand theory, simply we can call them as macro theories. Middle range theories and practice theories. So in that, when we bring it to the management, nursing management, we have taken classical theory, neoclassical theory, behavioral science theory and modern theory. So in that we have discussed the classical theory. What is a classical theory? Even though it is established long back ago, till today we are using certain types of rules and regulations, certain types of points in our living day to day life. So we have divided the parts of classical theory into different types, means three types: bureaucracy, scientific management and administrative theory. So we have seen what is bureaucracy, what are advantages of bureaucracy and what are the disadvantages, and what are the things that can be taken under the bureaucracy, points or elements of bureaucracy. Hope you guys have understood. If you do not understand, please let me know. I will try to repeat it. And if you really like the content, please like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you. Thanks for watching.